Yeah, good morning, guys. Happy New Week. Yeah, it's been a very long weekend, a hectic one, But I think, unlike me, we've been quiet about white for some time about something. Something caught my attention throughout the week, last week, and over the weekend. Hashtag wife no be cook. That's interesting. I love that. It would be very nice for wives not to be cook. Yeah, yeah, that's interesting. So let's find out exactly what is going on in our society today. Bonnie MB, go around, just go through these revelations with us to understand what's going on. There is something about this world we yet to understand. Most of us, majority of us, don't know how this world was being projected to end. In the beginning, God created Adam according to the scripture. Things were not perfect. He looked at him and said that things are not, he noticed that things were not perfect. He made him fall in a deep sleep. And he took a rib out of him, made for him a woman. And that woman was called Eve. Exactly after them was when God said, everything is now perfect. Do you know what that means? The world came into existence the day the family was created. All the days God took his time creating heaven and earth, waters, oceans, and name it, was not the beginning of creation. The beginning of creation was the day God created Eve to complete Adam to become a family. And right from time immemorial, the first family crashed when Lucifer came to Eve in the form of a serpent and deceived Eve into eating the forbidden fruit. That was the adjective used. It wasn't a fruit. Eve tasted the fruit. Then she introduced the fruit to the husband, being Adam. Do you know? Let me explain to you what that means. Normally, God created Adam first before Eve. Normally, the man, Adam, was meant to be the head of the family. He's the one that's supposed to provide for the family. While Eve, the wife, was meant to relax, while Adam, as the head, takes the decisions, brings in things home for them to eat. The first destruction of the family was when Lucifer, in the form of a serpent, made Eve the head of the family. Immediately, Eve became the head of the family. That was the end of the paradise. Eve was now the one who came to Adam, brought the fruit to him to eat. That was when wife stopped being cook. Eve did not go into the house to prepare food for them. She went outside to get the fruit as introduced by the serpent. She brought it home. Adam ate the food. That was the first coup in the universe. And it was executed, planned, prosecuted, and established, whatever word you can use for it, that coup came into existence with the assistance of Eve. Woman. The Lucifer plotted everything. If Eve had not assisted, the first family wouldn't have crashed. We would have been in paradise today. That was the first coup. Now, let's fast forward to today. This generation of ours today, there has been a grand plan to destroy this world, to end this, our generation. And let me tell you, if you want to destroy any society, don't go to war with them. Don't try that. You go into war, you cannot win. You can win the battle, but you've not won the war. You cannot destroy everybody. The only way, the fastest way to destroy your enemy country is destroy the family. Once you dismantle the family structure, that is the end of that society. Once you dismantle the family structure, like Lucifer did in the Bible, you've won the battle and the war. It's over. 100%. Let me give you an instance of what happened between the United States of America and Fidel Castro. United States of America was going hard to eliminate Fidel Castro. They tried to assassinate him, poison him, did everything possible. They were going to war with lethal weapons. Fidel Castro survived, and Fidel Castro revenged on America through their family. What did he do? He introduced the use of cocaine and hard drugs to the families, to the kids, to the children of the American society. Today, go and check how many junkies you have in the United States. If you know how much American government spends annually fighting drug war, if they had known that this war would have been like this, they wouldn't have ever tried to assassinate Fidel Castro. Castro fought them the same way Lucifer fought, attacking the family. He destroyed the family structure, and America is suffering it today. Now, the African society has been the main target of the Western world. They've been working hard, sleepless all night, years, trying to find a way to dismantle the African society. Once you dismantle Africa, you've dismantled the whole world. It is only in Africa where you have the family values is still existing. So Africa is the only problem left for the devil to end this world, because we still have our family structures in place where parents can flog their kids, as in to discipline them if they do anything wrong, and the kid cannot call 911. Where a man and his wife can have misunderstanding and family members can come and resolve it, not the law court, unlike what you have in America. If you have a problem with your wife, your parents doesn't come to you, your family members doesn't come to assist, nobody comes to help. You head to court, and that's the end of that marriage. Family destroyed. But here in Africa, once a man and his wife have a problem, even if the wife was caught with a man, you see your parents, your dad, your mom, trying to give you reasons why you should return your wife, why you should sustain that marriage. Because family value is still existing in Africa. That's why you have the number of divorce cases in Africa is less than what you have in the Western world. So the African community is still where the family values is still existing. And a little more of it in Asia, more especially China, who refused to accept the Western culture. But Africa is the key. That's the main place that needs to be destroyed. Once you get Africa, you've captured the world. There is this group. Let me tell you that group. Female in Nigeria, Fin. 3 words, 3 alphabets. 3 words, you abbreviate 3 alphabets. 666. Now, do you understand where I'm coming from? Now, hold on. This is going to be a very long lecture, and it's worth paying attention to. If you know anyone in female in Nigeria, get to that person. Pull the person out. Or if you know anyone, dissociate yourself from that person. The person already have the mark of the beast. Fin 666. That is the origin of the hashtag wife not cook. Wife not cook. 666. This world is a puzzle. You need to understand how to play the chess game for you to outsmart Lucifer in his game plan, or to even understand him, even if you can't outsmart him, but to understand what he's up to. You need to be ahead of him. Now, this is a puzzle. Female in Nigeria. Wife not cook. 666. The same ideology that Lucifer used in destroying the first family created by God, Adam and Eve, it's the same structure Lucifer is now using. That Facebook group, Female in Nigeria, is like the serpent. The same way Lucifer convinced Eve is the same way Lucifer is projecting and convincing all the ladies in there. Go and check all the profile of the heads, the admins of that group. They're not married. Married, divorced. Married, not with husband. Or single mothers. What does that mean? Families are being destroyed. Those are already the agents of family destruction. Being set up is a machinery. Go to the book of Revelation. Whenever read down, you understand the dragon gave birth. Female are the ones that gave birth. They gave birth. The dragon the Ragon 666. These are coded words which you might not understand. Follow the consonants and you understand what is going on. Female in Nigeria. Now let me go down. They're going to hit back on me, but I'm ready for them because I am already prepared. What can they do? Nothing. Any female that is in that group, run away from that person. Well, let's go down to the wife not cook. Thank God, check those pushing up the hashtag. They are not wives to any person. So my advice to the young men is this. They've already narrowed down your search for a wife. Narrowed it for you. All you need to understand now is those girls, once you see the hashtag wife not cook, delete that person from your list of potential wives. Else, you're not going to have a family. Just narrow down your search now. If you have been confused among the girl females, you know which one to choose. Check the ones that are hashtagging wife not cook. My brother, just leave those ones. Go for the one wife is cook. Even if she's the most ugly, the one that don't have a job amongst them, that's the wife you need to set up a family. Now, see how the devil is trying to destroy Nigeria in particular, then Africa at large. Once a family is being destroyed, we are finished. Wife not cook. Do you know what's going to happen? These ladies are now being recruited by Lucifer through the group Female in Nigeria to start preaching to all the women who are married and the ones who are yet to be married that might not be in their group. Start giving them the orientation that wife is not a cook. So that once they get married, they will tell their husband, I'm not your cook. And what happens? Their husband will go to fast foods and restaurants owned by the admins of that Female Not in Nigeria. Go and check most of them. They own exotic joints, exotic restaurants in selected cities in Nigeria. They cook for the public, but they will tell you not to cook for one man. But they are cooking for the public. Are you with your senses, ladies? Are you with your senses, woman in the husband's house who is now buying the idea, wife not cook? Wife is not cook. Once you stop cooking for your husband, you stop cooking for your family, you stop cooking for your kids, because you cannot cook for your kids and tell your husband not to eat. Wife no be cook. Wife not cook means woman is the same thing as mother not cook. They are indirectly trying to tell you, don't cook for your children. It's not about the husband. It's about the family. Wife not cook. Once you're a wife, you're also a mother. It simply means mother not cook. Meaning, starve your children as well. And your children will start. Where will they eat? Tell me, where will your kids eat? Mother not cook. That's what it means. Mother not cook. Now, you get a clear picture of what's going on. It is a grand plan to destroy the family. Once you destroy the family, you've destroyed the society. And once you destroy the society, you've destroyed the universe. That's the end of the world. End time. But it can be averted. Only if this monster is killed at this stage. Wife not cook. Mother not cook. Now, wife will turn not to be a cook. Mother will turn not to be a cook. What would they advise you? They will advise you to go to tell your husband to hire the services of a cook who can be cooking in the house. Now, still they see the stupidity. The cook you are going to hire is definitely going to be a woman. A woman that must have also been brainwashed not to cook for her own husband. But she will come to a family where she will be paid as a cook. She will cook for another family. Then maybe you, as the wife, will also be hired by another family to cook. Now, no woman is cooking for her husband and her kids. Strangers coming in to cook to every house. Now the circle continues. Is that not stupidity? Wife not cook. But you hired a woman, another person's wife, Abby, to be your cook. Oh, man. Are you guys still not understanding what is going on at this point in time? The mark of the beast is FIN, Female in Nigeria. 666. What is their call? What is their mandate? The mandate, as instructed and designed by Lucifer, is to destroy the family. Destroy the family structure. Once you dismantle the family structure, forget about it. 90% of, or even 99% of the ladies in there are not married. Not in any husband's house. Don't even have any flourishing relationship. They have been completely possessed by the spirit of the serpents. The same serpents that visited Eve in the Garden of Eden has possessed them. And with its sole mission of dismantling the family structure once again. Once that structure is dismantled, forget about this word. Now, let me tell you what's going to happen. Once they dismantle the family, the wife is no longer in unison with the husband. The kids no longer under the control of the parents, because when you feed someone is when, if you feed someone, give someone a food, you have a slight control over the person. Why? As long as you give the person food. Which is why when we were kids, if we do things wrong, or if your mother sends you a message, if you say no, she's not okay, you come back to the house and eat today. Once you remember that you will not eat your mother's food if you refuse to go on that errand, automatically, my brother, you will use spade and go on that errand. Whatever she asks you to do, you will do it automatically. That is why the bond between kids and their mother is very, very strong. It's stronger than the bond between them and their father. Because once you're hungry, food. That was why the first temptation, when Christ was tempted, the first was, Lucifer asked him, if you are the Son of Man, of God, turn this stone into bread and eat. Food has the most spiritual, physical power, supernatural power that can ever exist on this planet Earth. Food possesses it. Whoever has food can control the entire country, can control the entire nation. Which was why when God wanted to manipulate Egypt to make Joseph king, what God used was famine. Famine was the tool God used. Hunger, food. Joseph was the only one who had the solution on how to save Egypt, so that they will not die of hunger for the next 7 years when there will be famine. That made Pharaoh made a stranger the prime minister. Prime minister was more powerful than Pharaoh, but people didn't know. Prime minister was more powerful than Pharaoh, who is like president. Go and read or ask anybody that did the government about the parliamentary system of government. Pharaoh was like the president. Joseph was the prime minister. What tool did God use to force Egypt, make him prime minister? Food. Hunger. That is why Lucifer is using the same tool at this point in time. Wife, not cook. Once wife did not cook in the family, there will not be hunger, the thirst for food. Once the husband is hungry, the kids are hungry. The kids can now be easily initiated into the occultic kingdoms by strangers who happens to be agents of Satan, coming to offer them food when they are hungry. As their mother has refused to cook, those agents will now become the cook, the stewards you hire to cook in the family. They will cook, initiate all the kids through food. It might not be as in just wise as you think. Now let me tell you, give you an instance of how this can happen. The cook, being a woman, can easily convert all your daughters to lesbians. She's the one that cooks for them. She brings them close to herself. She lures them close.